Welcome to the channel. My name is Matthias. Today we're going to talk about Excalibur issue 35, which it's a pretty good standalone story where I'm very surprised where we have Scott Lobdell of all writers give us a great Rachel Summers story. Even though the cover is a total lie because you have Ahab, who is like the arch enemy and nemesis of Rachel Summers Phoenix, the man who has enslaved her and converted her into a hound. If I would have seen that back in the day, I would have thought, oh yeah, we're going to have Ahab go up against Excalibur. And that's not the case. That does not happen in this issue. The main premise of the story is actually this girl that has gone missing. They actually find her kidnapper. He has hidden her away, and they call in Rachel Summers to see if she can use her telepathic powers to pry the information from his mind. While the rest of Excalibur are looking high and low to see if they can find this young little girl. So what happens is Rachel Summers goes into the mind of this profoundly sick man, and she discovers that there's something in there. Like there's some type of mental block, but something else. Like another entity, very evil in nature. Not allowing her to find where this girl is in the first place, but she does get a couple of clues. We also discovered that this girl has a time bomb tied to her waist. So what happens is we have Rachel Summers and one of the agents of who are sort of like in the vicinity where the girl is hidden away. But when they arrive, like Rachel can feel like this evil that's omnipresent there. And all of a sudden she's like mentally attacked, and she has this flashback with Ahab where we discovered like this pretty dark secret that ties Rachel Summers to Nightcrawler, because she was present and actually hunted down Nightcrawler in the dystopic future where she comes from. And she's responsible for the death of Nightcrawler in this future by the hands of Ahab. A really interesting detail that I'm not sure if it's ever developed in any story between Rachel and Nightcrawler, where she's keeping the secret away and not telling him, hey, look, I'm sort of responsible for your death way further down the line. If not, it's like a wasted opportunity. But the thing is that these attacks do not stop, and we discover that the instigator is actually Despair, a being very much in the vein of Nightmare. I think they're even brothers. Instead of feeding off the anguish that one has during nightmares, Despair feeds off the sadness that people go through when they're grieving. And even though Rachel Summers has the Phoenix Force with her, she's super powerful, Despair is a handful. And this being is having a field day, feeding off all the guilt that Rachel feels for the time she was a hunter, not a hunter, a hound. And Despair actually has this sinister plan he's the one that set up this guy to kidnap this girl in the first place, who he had hid deep within a well. And once she explodes, thanks to the explosive belt, everyone in Great Britain is going to be very saddened. And there, Despair is going to be able to put a foothold on the UK and just consume everyone. But the thing is that Rachel Summers is able to rebound because she feels that Despair's powers start to slip very little, because the girl realizes that she's being rescued and she feels hope all of a sudden. So Rachel is able to get leverage over this, but Rachel's able to take advantage of the situation, and she's able to defeat Despair. You know, I just realized that way back in the day, Cyclops also went toe-to-toe against Despair and was able to defeat him. That's a cool parallelism that she has with her dad. But we're going to leave this video here. This is a solid standalone story where we have Rachel Summers use hope as a lifeline, trying to overcome her trauma, her guilt. It's like a really nice detail there. So we're going to leave this video here. I hope you guys liked it. See you guys next time. Bye.